It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Simon of the Desert is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Narwhal is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Stefano Amadei is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Stefano Amadei is on his practice out lap. James Garvach posted 3:24.746 on his last lap, and will be pushing hard for an even lower time.
The time clock can be a cruel mistress that is all too willing to show you your faults.
James Garvach just posted a 3:24.746 crossing start finish. James Garvach has a best lap time of 3:24.746.
There is always more time to be found, but James Garvach is not guaranteed to find it.
It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Stefano Amadei is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Simon of the Desert is on his first practice flying lap. Simon of the Desert is in T4. Adam is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Adam is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Adam is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Adam is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Narwhal is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Kevin Lekmansky is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Kevin Lekmansky is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Kevin Lekmansky is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Get ready for some high-octane action as the drivers take on the challenge of qualifying at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt. James Garbach is on his out lap. That ASRL Chevrolet 28 looks good driving through T4. James Garbach appears focused and prepared driving through T7. This is where the mental game comes into play. Stefano Amadei is taking his time to prepare for his qualifying run.
It's all about finding that balance between staying calm and focused, while also pushing the limits.
Stefano Amadei is expertly commanding that car through T10.
Spectators near here can smell the smoke wafting from nearby grills.
Stefano Amadei is working his way through front stretch.
Fans sitting near front stretch get some of the best views of the action.
The adrenaline is pumping. Kevin Lekmansky is on his out lap, warming up the tires and getting ready to put in a fast lap time. This is what it's all about. That's the out lap done for Adam. He'll now look to focus on his first flying lap. It's clear that David Zahn is pushing his car to the very edge of traction on this qualifying lap. David Zahn has lost 0.24 seconds so far through T2.
Dave is likely taking a deep breath to try and refocus his efforts.
There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Adam has improved by 0.51 up through T6. Adam is keeping his head down through backstretch.
When I get some free time after the race, I'm going to park my pudding near backstretch with a nice drink and some friends.
Adam is now up 0.47 in T13.
All we can do now is wish Adam luck as the start-finish line approaches.
Adam completes his lap in a time of 1:44.185, currently in P1. Narwhal is on his first flying lap.
It's certainly exciting to watch. But let's not forget, the goal is to secure a good starting position for the race.
Narwhal has just completed that lap in 1:46.775, which is 2.59 off the best time, putting him in P3. The pressure is on in this qualifying session, but James Garbach is rising to the occasion. James Garbach is looking relatively composed going through T7. James Garbach is driving through T10.
This track has many great straights and corners, but this one is especially good.
James Garbach is driving through front stretch and is up 1.98.
If James Garbach looks at that delta too much, it may end up being a distraction, and
James Garbach has completed that flying lap in 1:47.037, which is good enough for P4, down 2.852 to the leader. Adam is currently on provisional pole, with a time of 1:43.321.
that's a great time, but it's always a good idea to keeping pushing for every last tenth and hundredth.
David Zahn will be happy, with a time good enough for second in this qualifying session. Kevin Lekmansky is now up 5.95. Kevin Lekmansky will be happy, with a time good enough for second in this qualifying session. Simon of the Desert will be happy, with a time good enough for fifth in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for him to find that missing 3.537, but that won't stop him from trying.
Narwhal is in the green by 0.37. Narwhal is currently up 0.38 going through T4. Narwhal is in the green by 0.77, making his way through T7. Narwhal is expertly commanding that car through T10. Narwhal is 1.15 up driving through front stretch.
If Narwhal gets greedy, this delta could go from green to red in the blink of an eye.
Narwhal will be happy, with a time good enough for third in this qualifying session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Ryan Wilson just clocked a 1:44.607, 1.286 off of P1 and good enough for P2. Let's see if he can improve on that time further. Melero has found an extra 4.13. Melero has improved by 4.34 up through T6. Melero appears focused and prepared driving through backstretch.
There's a great spot near here to kick back with a cold drink and enjoy the beauty of it all.
Melero is working his way through T13.
If Melero listens closely, the sounds of cheering fans should just barely be audible over the roar of the engine.
Melero has some work to do, as his best time of 1:46.282 is only good enough for sixth.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure he will keep working on that 2.961 gap to pole.
That ASRL Chevrolet 28 looks good driving through Rodriguez International Horseshoe. Melero is now up 0.74 in T6. Melero is currently up 0.79 going through backstretch.
This is where drivers have to decide to push for more or just try to maintain it.
Melero is in the green by 1.03, making his way through T13. Melero will be happy, with a time good enough for fourth in this qualifying session. Sketty will be looking to use this first hot lap to set a solid time in the standings.
Sketty certainly is nailing this one. This is shaping up to be a great performance.
Sketty is driving through T6. Sketty is driving through backstretch and is up 2.4.
The rest of this lap is no cakewalk. Let's hope he can keep it up.
Sketty has improved by 4.53 up through T13. Sketty has just completed that lap in 1:48.800, which is 5.479 off the best time, putting him in P10. Sketty is 1.15 up driving through T2.
All we can do now is wish Sketty luck as the start-finish line approaches.
Sketty is now up 2.12 in T5.
Sketty needs all the focus and resolve he can muster to maintain this pace.
Sketty is in the green by 2.23, making his way through T8.
There's no guarantee that Sketty can maintain this delta through the rest of the lap.
Sketty is keeping his head down through bus stop.
There's not much better than sitting near here and watching the cars speed by.
Sketty is driving through front stretch and is up 1.54. Sketty has some work to do, as his best time of 1:47.251 is only good enough for 10th. Impressive display by David Zahn, currently sitting in P6. He's set a competitive time. David Zahn has some work to do, as his best time of 1:45.688 is only good enough for 6th.
There's at least 2.367 seconds to be found, but David may be looking for it in the wrong places.
A solid performance from Stefano Amadei, currently holding down P9. However, with the session coming to a close, he'll need to find that extra bit of speed to move up the grid. And there goes Kevin Lekmansky, currently in P3. He's shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes, Kevin Lekmansky will be happy, with a time good enough for third in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. He is surely working on that 1.37 gap to pole.
What a performance from Stefano Amadei, currently in 9th on the grid. It's a good spot for now, but other drivers are trying their hardest to put in a better time and push him down the order.
I couldn't agree more, Marco. Stefano has done a fantastic job to claim 9th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Stefano Amadei has some work to do, as his best time of 1:47.097 is only good enough for 9th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure he will keep working on that 3.776 gap to pole.
David Zahn has put in a great effort and currently holds 6th. With the session winding down, time is running out to unleash his full potential for a better starting position. A strong showing from Simon of the Desert has some work to do, as his best time of 1:46.858 is only good enough for 7th. Incredible drive by David Zahn so far, earning him 6th. The competition is fierce, however, and he'll need to quickly find more time to get even closer to the sharp end of the grid. David Zahn has some work to do, as his best time of 1:45.688 is only good enough for 6th.
There's at least 2.367 seconds to be found, but Zahn may be looking for it in the wrong places.
It's a very still day here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt, as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The tension's building now. This is going to be another great race.
Adam will be looking to convert his pole position into a win.
He can't let his guard down. The other drivers will be gunning for him.
Starting on the front row is a great opportunity for Ryan Wilson to challenge for the lead.
He will have to keep his foot on the gas in order to stay at the sharp end of the grid.
In 3rd place, we have Kevin Lekmansky.
It's not always easy to get the ASRL Chevrolet 28 this high up the starting grid.
Sitting in 4th, it's Melero.
Starting from here, Melero may already have expectations of a podium finish.
Narwhal is lining up 5th.
Big things expected for Narwhal today.
Taking the 6th spot is David Zahn.
He's going to have to be quick out of the blocks to keep up with the top performers.
Our 7th place starter, Simon of the Desert, is a driver who knows how to make up ground on the track.
An opportunity for some good points today, but the others aren't going to make it easy.
James Garvach has qualified 8th.
He's going to have to time his moves just right to move up the grid during the race.
Stefano Amadei is going to be starting from 9th. Sketty is placed in 10th. And we're off. As the race begins, drivers must be wary of aggressive moves that can lead to trouble on the first lap.
Staying out of trouble in these early moments is crucial. It's a fine line between pushing hard and staying safe.
Stop the press. The safety car has been called.
It can be frustrating for anyone who was in a strong position before the safety car came out.
They'll need to stay focused and make the most of any opportunities that come their way once the safety car is called in. In your experience, Janet, what was the most challenging aspect of maintaining concentration during a race?
The most challenging aspect, Marco, was managing the various inputs and distractions during the race, from radio communication with the team to monitoring car performance and race strategy. It's a delicate balancing act that requires immense mental discipline.
And we have the safety car out, which means the drivers need to be extra cautious now.
It's a real game changer, with drivers needing to adjust their strategies and try to find ways to gain an advantage.
It's also a bit of a break for the drivers, giving them a chance to catch their breath and regroup before the action kicks off again. Green flag. The safety car is off the track, and we're back to full racing speed. It's a sprint to the finish now, folks. As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race.
It's always intense racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course halt. Hold on to your hats, folks.
The gap between Narwhal and Sketty is growing. It's now up to 0.2 seconds.
This is not ideal for Narwhal, but there's still time to turn this around. He'll need to focus and not let that gap get any bigger.
Oh dear, Narwhal has dropped down to 5th. It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
It's going to be a close one. Adam will have to push hard to create an opportunity.
An impressive showing from Adam, who has gained positions and left Kevin Lekmansky in the dust.
Absolutely, Marco, but there's still a
breaking update. A tough moment for Adam, who has just lost a place, now in second.
That's got to hurt. Adam needs to get back on the line and minimize the damage.
Ryan Wilson in 9th is coming into the pits, which might be to serve a penalty.
That's going to be a big disappointment for him at this stage. Let's hope the team can regroup and make some sort of recovery.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Melero is closing in on Narwhal. David Zahn could be looking for a way up the inside of Melero.
And if you're enjoying the racing, please remember to like and subscribe.
Hold that thought. A great moment for David Zahn, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings.
That's what we like to see. David is really showing his class today.
The gap between Sketty and Melero is pretty substantial right now. It's probably going to take a mistake from Sketty to even allow Melero to get a look in.
Every race adds to a driver's experience, both good and bad. It just highlights that Melero is going to have to get more serious with practice to not get outclassed on the circuit.
Whoa! James Garbach is coming in hot. I don't know if it's the red mist or if he just missed his breaking point.
Never break someone's heart, they only have one. Break their bones instead, they have 206 of them.
The gap between David Zahn and Stop the Press. Superb driving from David Zahn, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race.
Absolutely. Zahn is really putting on a clinic out there, and he's making it look easy.
Simon of the Desert is on a mission, chasing David Zahn, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
The gap is 0.5 seconds now. Simon is going to have to work a bit harder to close that gap with Zahn.
The gap between Simon of the Desert and David Zahn is widening. It's now up to 0.7 seconds. In your experience, Janet, what was the most important aspect of managing tire degradation during a race?
The most important aspect, Marco, was maintaining a good balance between pushing hard and conserving tires. Finding the sweet spot between aggression and tire preservation was key to optimizing race pace and strategy.
Things are heating up as Melero tries to close the gap to James Garvach.
Melero needs to focus to have a chance at getting past James Garvach.
Hold on a moment. What a move. Melero has moved up to 7.
Yes, Melero is driving with real focus and precision, and it's paying off.
Every move counts now as James Garvach works to reel in Melero and overtake for P7. It's certainly not going to plan for James Garvach right now, who is struggling to keep up with Melero. This is a disaster for James Garvach in the ASRL Chevrolet 28 coming into the pits. This isn't going to do much to improve his chances in this race.
That's not where James Garvach wants to be right now.
That's not a small gap, but David Zahn has what it takes to challenge for the position.
We're witnessing a battle of skill and strategy between two great drivers, with David in fourth determined to catch up.
It looks like David Zahn is making a move. The gap to Narwhal is now down to 1.2 seconds.
This is where the race gets really exciting. Both drivers will be pushing to the limit to gain the advantage.
We often hear drivers complaining about tire graining. Janet, can you explain what that means and how it affects car handling?
Graining occurs when small rubber particles roll up on the tire's surface, reducing grip and negatively affecting handling. It usually happens when the tires are not in their optimal temperature window or when a driver is pushing too hard on a cold or overworked tire.
James Garvach will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops.
It's moments like these that make motorsports so exciting. It should be an interesting battle to watch as long as James Garvach can close that gap.
David Zahn is giving it his all chasing down Narwhal in P3.
This is not going to be an easy pass to make.
It's not looking good for David Zahn, who is still behind Narwhal and the gap is increasing.
He needs to pick up the pace for sure, but that's not always a real possibility.
A solid performance from Narwhal, who is holding down third.
Absolutely, and he'll need to keep driving with determination to stay in that position.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and hold on a moment. Fantastic move from David Zahn, who has just gained a position. It's a brilliant day for racing here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt. I'm really enjoying this.
This race is truly epic. What a treat to be sat here witnessing this spectacle.
Oh, this is getting intense. Narwhal is just a few car lengths behind David Zahn.
With just 0.3 seconds between them, Narwhal will need to close the gap to have hopes of a pass.
Narwhal is trying his best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with David Zahn at the moment. It's looking good for Simon of the Desert, sitting in fifth.
Definitely, but he can't get too comfortable. There are plenty of other drivers gunning for that position, and Simon has to keep pushing to stay on the pace.
It looks like Sketty is starting to catch up to Simon of the Desert. The gap is now down to 3.5 seconds.
He'll need to step up his game and start pulling away again.
The battle for P3 is heating up as Narwhal tries to catch David Zahn in P3. It looks like David Zahn is pulling away from Narwhal. The gap is continuing to grow as they head through T7. Things don't seem to be going Narwhal's way in this race, as that's a big gap he'll have to close to even be in with a shout for gaining a place here.
Anything can happen yet, and it usually does. I've certainly seen drivers come back from worse.
Adam is placed first at the moment.
That's right. Adam can't afford to make any mistakes or let up. Every point counts in this championship.
Hold up, breaking info. A brilliant maneuver from Adam, who has just moved up the field.
Amazing stuff. Focus and precision, what it's all about.
Things are going according to plan for David Zahn, who is currently third.
Definitely Marco, but Zahn can't afford to get complacent. This race is going to require focus and intensity.
The delta between Hold on a second. Looks like that's a mistake from James Garvach. This could be costly.
Did the wind contribute to that? It's blowing at 3 kph out there right now.
A strong showing from James Garvach, who is currently 7th. It doesn't seem like things are going to plan for Narwhal as there is a big gap ahead.
Narwhal certainly isn't going to be close enough to mount any kind of challenge soon unless it's down to a mistake from Dave.
The gap between Narwhal and David Zahn is growing. It's now up to 2.7 seconds.
Narwhal needs to focus and keep pushing, even when things aren't going his way. If he can close the gap down, he may be able to bring the fight to Dave.
The crowd is on the edge of their seats as Stefano Amadei in 9th chases after Ryan Wilson.
This is going to be a battle to the very end, with Stefano in P9 doing everything he can to catch up.
Hold the phone. Oh dear, Narwhal has had an incident.
Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt is always a test for these drivers, and sometimes that's the way it goes.
Looks like Melero is really hitting those curbs aggressively, which can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. Melero is looking to close the 0.3 second gap and make a pass.
Good news for Melero. Braking development. Great driving from Melero, who has just gained a place and moved up to 5th. This is a thrilling battle as Narwhal edges closer to Melero in their fight for P5. It's certainly not going to plan for Narwhal right now, who is struggling to keep up with Melero.
It's not over yet, but Narwhal needs to get a move on if they want to catch up to Melero.
Look at the way the drivers are hugging those corners. It's like they're on rails.
Speaking of rails, did you know that the first racetrack was built on a railway in 1896? I bet those drivers were chugging along.
All joking aside, I bet they were. Things have come a long way since then, haven't they?
Definitely. It's amazing to think about the technology that goes into these cars now. I mean, they have more computing power than some countries.
Narwhal is running 6th and trying to catch Melero.
The gap between them is just over 0.3 seconds.
Braking alert. That won't be ideal for Ryan Wilson. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Narwhal is chasing Melero in P5. It's all about consistency for Adam, who is currently first. Now I may be wrong here, but I'm not sure that's the racing line.
Oops, Adam is going to be wishing that hadn't happened.
The pursuit is on. Narwhal is closing the gap on Melero, determined to claim P5.
The mental game is just as important here. Narwhal must keep his cool while putting pressure on Melero.
The gap between Narwhal and Melero is getting smaller. Looks like we might have a great battle starting here between Melero in 5th and Narwhal. It's been tense with a gap of only 0.3 seconds. Oh, the pressure is really getting to Melero. He just lost 5th position to Narwhal and really needs to regroup quickly. Hold on a moment. Superb driving from Melero, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race.
Impressive. Melero is really showing his skill and determination out there.
Braking alert. It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Kevin Lech-Mansky gaining places and David Zahn losing them.
Go, 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 that's what we want to see.
Rising to the braking development. A great moment for David Zahn, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. Kevin Lech-Mansky is having to make that ASRL Chevrolet 28 as wide as possible to try and keep David Zahn behind him.
Absolutely. Lech-Mansky is really making that car as wide as possible, not giving David an inch of space. It's going to take something special for David to get past him.
This is where the race gets really interesting. David Zahn is closing in on Kevin Lech-Mansky. The pressure is on as Narwhal tries to catch up to Melero. While speeding through backstretch, Kevin Lech-Mansky is relentlessly pursuing David Zahn. Breaking news, folks. What a move. Kevin Lech-Mansky has moved up to second. This is what racing is all about. Wait. Fantastic move from David Zahn, who has just gained a position.
You can't argue with results like that. Zahn is really making his mark on this race.
Narwhal is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. It's a gain. Stop the press. Big gains for Kevin Lech-Mansky as they move up the field, leaving David Zahn behind. Things are heating up as David Zahn tries to close the gap to Kevin Lech-Mansky. Hold on to your hats, folks. Simon of the Desert is right on the heels of Narwhal, and we're in for a wild ride.
If this battle ends in tears, it could be like watching a high-speed domino effect. Let's hope they keep it clean and avoid any unplanned off-track excursions.
It's not looking good for Simon of the Desert, who is still behind Narwhal, and the gap is increasing. Anyone who says that ASRL is not the best racing club on the planet is clearly insane. The quality of driving we're seeing out there on the track is absolutely phenomenal.
I couldn't agree more. It's like these drivers were born to race. They're weaving in and out of traffic, taking corners at unbelievable speeds, and making it all look effortless. It's clear that they've put in the time and effort to hone their skills.
Even though Simon of the Desert is a fair way behind Narwhal, he can't afford to let his guard down. Narwhal is still vulnerable to mistakes. Hold the phone. Looks like that's a mistake from Stefano Amadei. This could be costly.
Stefano is not going to be happy about that.
These drivers are walking a razor's edge between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely, it's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. Don't forget the role of aerodynamics. Narwhal should use slipstreaming to his advantage and
Braking development. A brilliant maneuver from Narwhal, who has just moved up the field.
absolutely, Narwhal is really putting on a clinic out there, and he's making it look easy.
The gap between Melero and Narwhal may be wide, but that doesn't mean Melero is safe. He's got to maintain concentration and avoid any lapses in performance.
Absolutely right, Marco. And Narwhal knows he's got to keep driving at his best and take advantage of any opportunity that comes his way.
Narwhal is giving it his all, chasing down Melero in P4.
I would not be surprised to see him get this pass completed soon.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled from braking development. Superb driving from David Zahn, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race.
Yes, Zahn is driving with real focus and precision, and it's paying off.
This is what it's all about, braking development. A great moment for Kevin Lekmansky, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. Things are heating up as David Zahn closes in. Hold the phone. What a move. David Zahn has moved up to second.
That's what we like to see. David is really showing his class today.
Oh, this is getting intense. Narwhal is just a few car lengths behind Melero. It's not going to plan for Narwhal, who is trailing behind Melero, and the gap is widening. He may not have an answer for this right now. As a former driver, Janet, how did you manage the physical demands of racing?
It's all about preparation, Marco. Drivers undergo rigorous fitness training to build their strength, stamina, and flexibility. A proper diet and hydration plan is also essential to ensure peak performance on race day.
Look at that. Simon of the Desert is hot on the tail of Narwhal. This one's going to be tough. Narwhal is getting his elbows out, and there may not be enough time left for Simon of the Desert to make a move.
It's not over yet. Simon is right on Narwhal's tail, and if he can find just a little bit of extra speed, he might be able to make a move.
Every move counts now as Simon of the Desert works to reel in Narwhal and overtake for P5.
It's a game of strategy now as Simon hunts down Narwhal. Yes, it's all about choosing the right moments to push and when to conserve energy, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike.
It's game on now. Simon of the Desert has closed the gap to Narwhal. It's now down to 0.2 seconds. It's looking good for James Garbach, sitting in 7th. Oh, this is getting intense. Simon of the Desert is just behind Narwhal.
I remember being in a similar situation during my racing days. Simon must stay focused and wait for the perfect opportunity to overtake.
This is going to be a nail-biter. Narwhal is defending for his life, but Simon of the Desert is right there doing everything he can to force a mistake.
Narwhal is doing a great job of defending in the lead, and Simon is pushing hard to close the gap. It's an exciting race and it's not over yet.
No room for error here. Simon of the Desert is breathing down the neck of Narwhal, waiting for the perfect chance to make his move. Simon of the Desert appears to be losing ground on Narwhal. He'll need to pick up the pace a bit heading into T6 to get a good exit and gain some ground.
Simon needs to get it together to make a dent in that gap.
It looks like Narwhal is in control. He's ahead of Simon of the Desert by over a second, and it doesn't look like he's going to be challenged anytime soon.
Simon is certainly pushing all he can, but the gap might be too much. Unless Narwhal makes a mistake, it looks like he'll hold on to 5th.
It looks like Adam has found another gear in the last sector of the race.
You got this, Adam.
It's all over. Adam has claimed victory in this race with a stunning drive that will be remembered for years to come. Clearly at the top of his game right now. A nail-biting finish, but David Zahn claims 2nd place.
Strong work securing 2nd place. Well done.
Impressive drive from Kevin Lekmansky to claim the final spot on the podium.
Great job bringing it home.
Narwhal, Melero, and Simon of the Desert claim 4th, 5th, and 6th. Sketty brings home 9th. With Stefano Amadei in 7th. James Garbach take 8th. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt, as we're getting ready to get things underway.
The drivers are looking focused out there on the grid. I'm excited for this one, Marco.
Sketty will have the best seat in the house starting from pole position.
It's also a nightmare if he can't hold onto it. Let's see how he will handle the pressure.
Starting on the front row gives James Garbach the best possible chance at challenging for the lead.
He will have to be smart about his moves. He must not burn out too early.
Securing the 3rd place is Stefano Amadei.
A strong grid position, and he'll be expecting a solid result today.
In the 4th position, it's none other than Simon of the Desert.
Let's see what Simon can do.
We're seeing Narwhal in the 5th spot.
putting that ASRL Chevrolet 28 into prime position for the race.
Melero will look to make a splash from the 6th position on the starting grid.
Another good start for the Brazilian driver.
Kevin Lekmanski will be looking to gain ground quickly, starting from 7th on the grid.
Sometimes the underdog can surprise you. Let's see what he's got in the tank.
On the 8th grid slot we have David Zahn.
Zahn is going to show us something special, I'm sure of it.
Starting from the 9th position, Adam will need to navigate through the field to challenge for the win. As the engines roar to life, Ryan Wilson prepares to take off from the 10th position on the starting grid. The race has begun, full throttle ahead. This first lap is crucial, as drivers need to establish their position early on.
This is where the true test of a driver's skill comes into play. It's all about finding the right line and carrying as much speed as possible through the turn.
The drivers will need to be precise and calculated if they want to make it through this section unscathed.
And with so many cars jostling for position, it's a real test of nerve as well. One wrong move and you could be out of the race before it even really gets started.
That's right, the pressure is really on these drivers to perform. Sketty will be studying the nearby drivers and looking for anything that could give them an advantage. It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today. Having started in P3, Stefano Amadei will be hoping for a good result in this race.
I'm looking forward to this one, Marco. Maybe we'll see a return to form for Stefano in this outing in USA.
Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here.
Let's hope everyone is able to stay focused for the challenge ahead.
Not the best of starts there for Stefano Amadei, and that's going to immediately make his race more challenging.
They say laughter is the best medicine, but I'm not sure it'll help Stefano recover from this start. Time to put the pedal to the metal.
Coming into front stretch, the fight for third is heating up. Neither driver wants to be the first to blink.
If things go wrong between Adam and Melero, they could be exchanging more than just paint, like maybe a strongly worded post-race chat.
Stop the press. Heartbreak for Stefano Amadei, as they slip down the field.
Definitely, but Stefano is a skilled driver, and has what it takes to fight back and regain that position.
Hold up, braking input. Fantastic move from Adam, who has just gained a position.
Amazing stuff. Focus and precision, what it's all about.
The action is non-stop as Melero shadows Adam through every twist and turn, determined to claim third. I don't think that's the fastest way around Daytona 2024 to 24-hour road course alt. Melero is on a mission, chasing Adam, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Melero needs to be careful not to overdo it.
Melero is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Adam to 0.4 seconds.
This is what racing is all about, hard-fought battles with as much determination as respect, between friends and enemies alike.
This is proving to be an exciting race so far. We are truly privileged to witness these legends of the track battle it out for victory.
And you know what? I am so honored to be sitting here.
Hold the phone. Oh dear, Stefano Amadei has had an incident.
It's a real shame. Until this point in the race he'd been looking at a decent result.
It's a thrilling pursuit as Narwhal is pulled up, breaking info, and Narwhal has just won the place from Ryan Wilson.
Definitely, but there's still a long way to go in this race, and anything can happen. Narwhal needs to keep driving with focus and intensity.
Ryan Wilson pulled up, breaking info. A brilliant maneuver from Ryan Wilson, who has just moved up the field. Well, it looks like we have a bit of a traffic jam on the track.
It's like rush hour out there. I mean, I know we're in a race, but can't we all just get along?
You can wish all you want, but I don't think that's how racing works, Janet. These drivers are here to win, and they'll do whatever it takes to get ahead.
I guess you're right, but wouldn't it be great if they all just stopped for high fives and fist bumps?
The battle for P3 is heating up as Adam tries to catch Melero in P3. The pursuit is on. Ryan Wilson is closing the gap on Narwhal, determined to claim P6. The race is really heating up. Adam is hunting down Melero with everything he's got.
It's a fine line between pushing the car to its limits and losing control. Adam is really walking that fine line.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Ryan Wilson is chasing Narwhal in P6.
This is where every inch counts. Wilson is pushing hard to close the gap on Narwhal. Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
Oh my! Adam is hot on the tail of Melero as they drive through T1.
There's blood in the water for third place.
It's an intense battle for position as Ryan Wilson tries to outmaneuver Narwhal. This is edge of your seat racing. Hold on a moment. It's looking good for Ryan Wilson, who has gained a place after passing Narwhal. This is where the race gets really interesting. Sketty is closing in on Kevin Lekmansky.
The gap between them is just over 0.5 seconds, which can feel like miles if you're trailing and not catching up.
Things are heating up as Adam tries to close the gap to Melero. Adam is not able to keep his braking alert. Looks like Ryan Wilson is coming into the pits early, which could be to serve a penalty or maybe to fix damage picked up during the start.
Certainly not where Wilson wants to be at this stage in the race, that's for sure.
Oh, this is getting intense. Sketty needs to keep Kevin Lekmansky in his sights.
We'll have to wait to see if Sketty can get into drafting range.
This is a thrilling battle as Adam edges closer to Melero in their fight for P3. Looks like Sketty is really hitting those curves aggressively, which can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. We'll have to wait to see if Sketty can use the draft to his advantage, or if the lack of downforce will hinder his progress.
It's like watching two braking alert. Superb driving from Adam, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. You know, Janet, I've always wondered, how do racing drivers stay so cool and collected under such immense pressure?
Well, Marco, it comes down to mental strength and training. Drivers often work with sports psychologists and practice techniques like meditation and visualization to help them stay calm and focused during high-pressure situations.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled from being pushed for every last bit of speed. The gap between Melero and Adam is growing. It's now up to 0.7 seconds. David Zahn is running 9th, and trying to catch Stefano Amadei. These drivers are walking a razor's edge between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely, it's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. This is not going to be an easy pass to make.
Look at that. David Zahn is hot on the tail of Stefano Amadei. An impressive showing from David Zahn, who has gained positions and left Stefano Amadei in the dust.
Yes, but Dave can't rest on his laurels, but needs to keep pushing to consolidate his position.
Sketty is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift.
The racing is getting tight between Sketty and Adam as they battle for P2. No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position. It's a test of nerves as much as skill.
It looks like Adam is pulling away from Sketty. The gap is continuing to grow as they head through T5. Janet, what's the impact of tire degradation on race strategy? How does it affect a driver's approach to the race?
Tire degradation plays a crucial role in race strategy, Marco. Teams and drivers have to consider the optimal time to pit for fresh tires and adjust their race pace to balance speed with tire conservation. It adds another layer of complexity to the racing challenge.
It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Adam trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Kevin Lekmansky. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts.
Kevin is not making it easy, maintaining a consistent pace.
It would seem Sketty is starting to get a bit frustrated here at being held up by Melero. The adrenaline is pumping at braking update. A great moment for Adam, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings.
Impressive. Adam is really showing his skill and determination out there.
Oh dear, Adam has dropped down to second.
Sucks to be the Marco.
Simon of the Desert is on a mission, chasing Sketty, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
One important aspect here is choosing the right braking points. Simon needs to be precise to avoid overshooting and losing valuable time.
The pursuit is on. Adam is closing the gap on Kevin Lekmansky, determined to claim P1. The race is really heating up. Simon of the Desert is hunting down Sketty with everything he's got. The battle for P1 is heating up as Adam tries to catch Kevin Lekmansky in P1.
The gap is 0.4 seconds now. Adam is going to have to work a bit harder to close that gap with Lekmansky.
The pressure is on as Simon of the Desert tries to catch up to Sketty.
Simon needs to focus to have a chance at getting past Sketty.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Adam is chasing Kevin Lekmansky in P1. The gap between Simon of the Desert and Sketty is razor thin as they vie for fourth in this nail-biting contest.
Simon is following Sketty so closely, he could start charging him rent for occupying the same space on the track.
The crowd is on its feet as Adam chases. Hold that thought. A great pass for Adam, swapping places with Kevin Lekmansky to move up the field. Tough break for Adam, who has just lost a position. Oh, this is getting intense. Simon of the Desert is just a few car lengths behind Sketty.
Simon is looking to close the 0.5 second gap and make a pass.
James Garbach wants to close that gap with David Zahn.
He'll need to keep it on the road, or at the very least the rumble strips. The fastest way around is not usually in the grass. As the saying goes, too much grass will slow you down.
Kevin Lekmansky is giving it his all chasing down Adam in P1.
It's all about finding the perfect opportunity. Lekmansky needs to stay patient and wait for Adam to make a mistake.
David Zahn wants to find a way round James Garbach.
Rubbing's racing, but let's just hope they don't rub it too hard.
It's a tale of two drivers right now, with David Zahn gaining places and James Garbach losing them. Every move counts now as James Garbach works to reel in David Zahn and overtake for P7.
Don't forget the role of aerodynamics. James.
Breaking news, folks. Disappointing for James Garbach, falling down the order to 9.
Yes, but there's still plenty of race left. James Garbach needs to stay calm and focused, and make his move when the time is right.
Things are heating up as Kevin Lekmansky tries to close the gap to Adam. And Kevin Lekmansky has just won the place from Adam. Adam seems to be putting the pressure on Kevin Lekmansky.
To achieve anything in this game, you must be prepared.
Breaking alert. It's looking good for Adam, who has gained a place after passing Kevin Lekmansky.
Absolutely. Adam is showing great pace and determination, but he can't get too confident. There are still plenty of challenges ahead.
This is a thrilling battle as Melero edges closer to Kevin Lekmansky in their fight for P2.
You can see that car bouncing around as it rides the curbs. It's a risky move that could end in disaster.
These drivers are walking a razor's edge between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely, it's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving.
Look at that. Sketty is hot on the tail of Simon of the Desert. Melero is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. This is where the race gets really interesting. James Garbach is closing in on Stefano Amadei. Looks like Melero is really hitting those curbs aggressively, which can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled from being pushed for every last bit of speed.
It's a game of strategy now as Sketty hunts down Simon. Yes, it's all.
Hold the phone. Great driving from Sketty, who has just gained a place and moved up to 4th.
You can't argue with results like that. Sketty is really making his mark on this race.
This is getting exciting. Sketty is looking for any gap that might open up the position.
Surely he's got enough in the tank to pull away. Gonna be interesting to watch this battle unfold.
The race is really heating up. Sketty is hunting down Simon of the Desert with everything he's got.
Sketty is really pushing the limits. He's riding the curbs and hustling that ASRL Chevrolet 28 like a boss.
The battle for P1 is heating up as Kevin Lekmansky tries to catch Adam in P1.
The gap between them is just over 0.4 seconds. Can Lekmansky close that gap and get back in range? I can't see it happening at this point.
These drivers are battling hard for this position, each one trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other.
The only thing closer than Sketty to Simon right now is the paint on their cars. Talk about a close encounter.
Oh, this is getting intense. Kevin Lekmansky is just a few car lengths behind Adam.
The mental game is just as important here. Lekmansky must keep his cool while putting pressure on Adam.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Sketty is chasing Simon of the Desert in P4.
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Sketty needs to be careful not to overdo it.
Every move counts now as Melero works to reel in Kevin Lekmansky and overtake for P2. Simon of the Desert has the pedal to the metal chasing Sketty.
It looks like Simon has the speed to make a move. I just hope he can do it cleanly.
The pursuit is on. Melero is closing the gap on Kevin Lekmanski, determined to claim P2.
With just 0.5 seconds between them, Melero will need to close the gap to have hopes of a pass.
Simon of the Desert is looking for an opportunity to get around Sketty.
I might have said this before, but dog, bone, you know the rest.
This is a thrilling battle as Melero edges closer to Kevin Lekmanski in their fight for P2. Now I may be wrong here, but I'm not sure that's the racing line.
Did the wind contribute to that? It's blowing at 10 kph out there right now.
Simon of the Desert is running fifth and trying to catch Sketty.
It's a fine line between pushing the car to its limits and losing control. Simon is really walking that fine line.
James Garbach is placed 7th at the moment. A tough moment for James Garbach, who has just lost a place, now in 8th.
That's got to hurt. James Garbach needs to get back on the line and minimize the damage.
Simon of the Desert is giving it his all chasing down Sketty in P4.
The racing is getting tight between Simon and Sketty as they battle for P4. No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position. It's a test of nerves as much as skill.
An impressive showing from Simon of the Desert, who has gained positions and left Sketty in the dust.
Yes, but Simon needs to keep pushing hard. This race is far from over, and anything can happen. Simon needs to stay focused and drive with skill and determination.
Sketty is trying his best to catch Simon of the Desert.
This is where every inch counts. Sketty is pushing hard to close the gap on Simon.
The gap between Sketty and Simon of the Desert is widening. It's now up to 0.8 seconds. As a former racing driver, Janet, how important is the relationship between a driver and their team during a race?
It's absolutely crucial, Marco. The team provides valuable information and support, helping the driver make the right decisions on track. A strong bond between the driver and the team can be the difference between winning and losing.
This will require some expert driving from Kevin Lekmanski. Adam is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second.
Adam is not going to give up his position easily.
Things are heating up as Sketty tries to close the gap to Simon of the Desert. It looks like we might get a battle between Sketty and Simon of the Desert. Big gains for Sketty as they move up the field, leaving Simon of the Desert behind. Melero has a mountain to climb at the moment to close that gap with Kevin Lekmanski. I expect his only hope at this point is that Kevin makes an error. This is where the race gets really interesting. Simon of the Desert is closing in on Sketty. It's certainly not going to plan for Simon of the Desert right now, who is struggling to keep up with Sketty.
This is where the mental toughness of Simon comes into play. He'll need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when things aren't going his way.
Melero is running third, and trying to keep up with Kevin Lekmanski. Looks like Simon of the Desert is really hitting those curbs aggressively, which can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer.
The pressure is on as Melero tries to catch up to Kevin Lekmanski.
I would not be surprised to see him get this pass completed soon.
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
Simon is so close to Sketty that if this were a dance floor, they'd be doing the tango.
Breaking development. It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Simon of the Desert gaining places and Sketty losing them. In racing, anything can, and usually does, happen, especially in such an epic showdown.
If Sketty gets any closer to Simon, he'll need to send out wedding invitations.
The race is really heating up. Melero is hunting down Kevin Lekmanski with everything he's got. Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled from being pushed for every last bit of speed.
This is not going to be an easy pass to make.
Oh, this is getting intense. Melero is just a few car lengths behind Kevin Lekmanski. Sketty is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. And Sketty has just won the place from Simon of the Desert. It looks like Simon of the Desert is all over Sketty going through backstretch, increasing the pressure and hoping for a mistake.
For sure, Marco, that's exactly what I would be doing here, as Sketty is going to be aware of him riding his bumper.
Wow, Adam is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race.
That's an impressive burst of
The leader has just finished the race. A fantastic result for Adam.
And that's why Adam is one of the best in the business. A dominant display of driving from start to finish, leaving the rest of the pack in the dust.
Kevin Lekmanski never gave up. He drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second-place finish. What a race from Melero. He kept his cool and secured a well-earned third place on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
Followed by Sketty, Simon of the Desert, and Narwhal in 4th, 5th, and 6th. Coming in 7th, we have David Zahn. Eighth is Stefano Amadei. Taking 9th is James Garvach.